Hey, welcome back. So finally, let's organize um, our pagination section a little bit better so that we can load this whenever we want. So what I will do is, let's go back to the view, the shop view here where we have the pagination. So pagination starts here and there's this break tag here and the unordered list. So we need to get the whole thing. So what I'm just going to do here is put some PHP tags, and I will say PHP like so, and then I will say page. We haven't created what I'm using here, double colon, and we'll say how to say show pagination. I don't know, show links, maybe something like that, and then we'll close it again. So show links there, and I'm going to cut everything here except that, and then I'm going to go to the page class itself now, and I will say public static function, and then we'll say show links and paste it there. So you may want to change this to get links and then show links just for it to make sense, but for me I'll leave it here because you already know what I'm doing. Now the thing is, here I have HTML, and what I don't want to do is put echo here because I have these PHP mixed with HTML, so it's not going to be good here. So what I would do instead is I'm just going to exit the PHP right there and then re-enter the PHP down here like so, and hope that this is going to work every time I call the function. So let's see, if nothing changes, then we'll know we are good. So it seems nothing has changed, because things still work just fine as they should. So it's working. The only thing I want to change here is to change this to self instead of page, because if we one day change the name of the class here, then it's going to be a problem because we are referring to itself as page. So it's always good when you're inside the class to reference it as self. So I will select those and just say self like this, and let's make sure that nothing has changed. Okay, so everything seems to be working fine. Very good. Now this is only one part of the pagination. The second part is the offset. So if we go to our controller, that's the shop controller here, we have this part where we get the pagination formula. So we don't want to be doing all this every time. The only real reason we're doing all this is to get the offset. We don't really we need the page number here, and we need the limit here to come up with the offset. So what I will do instead is, let me duplicate this and say offset is equal to, and I will call page again, full double colon, and say get offset. However, in order to get the offset, I will need the limit because it's part of the calculation. I'll put the limit in there like so. So offset is going to be get offset like that. But I need two things to get the offset. The other one is the page number, but we can get the page number anywhere because these are global variables. So this is all good. So all I need to do is copy this whole thing and cut out like so. So we still have our limit, we still have an offset which we are using in the query, but then let's create this get offset function in the page class. So similarly, we're going to do the public static and then function like so, and then we're going to say get offset like so, and of course we're going to expect a limit of some kind. So limit should be an integer. Since we are supplying the limit ourselves and not a user input, It's okay, we can let it slide, but if you just want to be thorough, you can just make sure that it's safe, like so. And then I'll just paste that data that I had copied earlier, and here return, I'm going to say return. So we are returning this times that, which will be our offset. Okay, great. So if I didn't break anything, things should still work. And it seems they still work just fine. Okay, so now the beauty of what we've just done here is that I can easily move this to other pages as well without a hitch. So let's see if we can take this to page 1, which is the index page here in the views. So let's go to our views and go to the index page. Where are you? There we go. So where are we putting this? So this is entirely up to you where you want to add this. If I go to the home page, where do you want to add the pagination? Do you want to add it after this or after this segment and this? Because these two don't actually respond to pagination at all. But let's just put it at the very bottom just to make sure. Paste there after the recommended items. Okay, and refresh. Okay, so we have our pagination there. That's simple. And then all we need at the top here, this will not work here because the query is not being updated. So this won't work at all. I'll go here, next. Even though it's actually telling us we're on page 3 in the URL and everything is working fine here, it's just that the query is not responding to the page number at the top there. So putting this is not enough. What you need to do is to affect the query itself, and we can easily do that by copying what we did here, getting a limit and an offset. So here, instead of this, just to be sure, I will put a limit of 10 items, even though we have less than that. So I'll leave it there and copy this to the index page, the index. This should be the index controller. So let's go to the index controller, which is home.php. It's right here. So I'll put it at the top so that any of these queries that need to use this can use this. And of course, I will need to add this at the very end of each query. So in order to affect the page number, just add limit, offset at the end of any query. That's it. So copy that, and let's go here in the, where are we? Home.php. So right here, when somebody is searching, just at the end there, we just say limit, offset. Same thing here. Paste there. Limit, offset. That's it. So we are using our limit a certain number, offset a certain number. And here we can change the limit. We've changed it to 10, but let me change it for this one as well. Where is this? Oh, okay, I've already changed it, which is all good. But we are not, wait, this is the category here. Okay, great. But what about here as well? So don't forget this part as well. The index, boom. Yeah, wrong content. So instead we have to get this, copy, come to the top and paste. Okay, like that. So limit, remember, limit is the amount of items you want to show per page. That's it. That's all you have to worry about. So just put that limit and it will handle the rest, as long as you put those pagination items at the bottom there. So these page links here. Copy. So let's see where else we need some pagination before we continue. So this one is on the index page. So let's see if we are going to be able to respond Now, as you can see, it's already responding. It's just that these two are not affected by the pagination. Here you can see that there is no item whatsoever. So if I type page 2, I have wait, this is page 2, no items still until page 1, like this. Now that's because there are less than 10 items. So if I want to see the page in action, I'll have to go to the index here, and let's try 2 per page. So I'll refresh, and we're going to have 2 items there. And if I go next, we have 2 different items now. Let me try again. Next, we have 2 different items. Okay, so I think you get the idea of what's going on here. There we go. We have saved that. So anything that is loaded using PHP can take advantage of this pagination. So let me go to the admin section for now. I'll right click, open up the admin section, because here these are the only 2 things that require pagination. Oh, we do need pagination on the blog as well. So yeah, let's go to the blog. So I'm going to go to blog.php controller, and there I will paste this. Ooh, wrong thing. Let me open the blog.php down here, and it has a pagination area luckily here. So I'm just going to remove all that and paste my pagination instead, links. So let me come back here and refresh just to confirm. Okay, so things are good. The only thing now I need to do is set the limit. So I'm going to go here, copy this pagination formula, and I will add it to the blog index there. Okay, but for now I just want to see 2 articles per page. That way we can see if things are working. Refresh. So definitely we are on page 1. Okay, that's what I forgot. Just adding this is not enough. I have to add to the query itself. So back here, and let's copy what we have for the query, which is limit, offset. So as usual, paste that there, and paste order by ID. Yes, it's always the last thing, like so. So regardless what you have on the query this site, just add this at the very end. And yeah, and we are good. So back here again, refresh. And as you can see, 2 items now, because I've said 2 items per page. If I click next, I go to different items, next, different items. Isn't this awesome? Now I have nothing. Okay, great. So things looking up in here. So instead I'll put 8, 10 maybe, 10 items like that.